I hope you're doing well. So I am kind of nervous to film this video, but I really wanted to do it because I love watching videos like this on YouTube, and I thought it would be super interesting to share everything I spent in a week as a 36-year-old living in London. This video makes me anxious. It makes me feel very vulnerable because I definitely grew up in a culture where people just don't talk about money. Money is very like taboo, you don't chat about it. Also grown up kind of embarrassed to share what I spend. Like if I treat myself, I've always felt guilt with that. Just guilt around money and about spending, and especially sharing that and putting it online makes me quite anxious, but I'm excited to share my week with you. So come with me around London, see what I buy, see what I'm spending on, see where I'm saving. It's going to be very, very in-depth look at my week as well. Come and see what I get up to. Throwing it back to Monday. Hit it. Okay, first purchase of the week is Gusto. This isn't an ad. We are paying customers of Gusto, and we have been for about 5 years now, I want to say. I think we started just over after COVID lockdown. Absolute fans. We've tried loads of different meal prep services, and Gusto is our fave just because their menu, like the recipes that you can choose from, there's so many. And I know it seems a little bit lazy, but hear me out. If we didn't have Gusto, we would cook the same meals on repeat, and it's just so nice, like having the stress kind of taken away from you. It means that we don't have to go out and do a food shop every week, which is amazing. I feel like when G and I go to do a food shop, we always overspend and we always get stuff that ends up going in the bin or that. But it just saves us time basically. We don't have to do a food shop. We don't have to sit down on a Sunday and decide what we're eating that week. We take it in turns each week to choose from the app the meals for the week. And this week is my week, so I'm really excited. I can never remember what I've ordered, so let's have a look. Also, just after I filmed that intro clip, my camera just broke on the floor, like it just smashed on the floor. So now I'm using a super old camera. If the quality is a bit rubbish, I feel like I look a bit green. If it looks rubbish, that's why. I didn't budget in buying a new vlogging camera this week, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got. We get a box for 2 people and it works out to be £4.66 per serving. So the total box price is £37.25. G pays for this Gusto and I pay him back through other kind of subscriptions. So we kind of split our bills kind of equally. £4.66 per serving kind of sounds like a lot, but £37 for 4 meals for both of us throughout the week actually is way less than we'd be spending on our food shop. So in my personal opinion, and for the fact that it's so easy, I really recommend Gusto. These are the meals that we're going to be cooking this week. I like to choose out a couple of veggie dishes as well every week, so I've added a couple here. We've got a truffle cacio e pepe. G is really into his pasta at the moment. We've got harissa roasted aubergine with whipped feta and grains. Nice. We've got one of my favourite Gusto dishes, which is a paprika chicken with tomato and coconut dal. This is my favourite. I would cook that every day if I could. It's so delicious. And then I've also gone for a honey, garlic and lemon salmon tray bake with tender stem. So yeah, I'm going to unpack all this and then throughout the week I'll show you me cooking. Yeah, that is the only expense so far this week, and technically I'm not even paying for it. I'm having a bit of a late lunch today. It's almost 3 o'clock and I still haven't eaten, which is very unlike me, but I've just been filming a video and it's taken so long. I think I started it at like 9:30. I've only just finished and it's 2:30, and I've still got more to do on it, but it was very fun, so stay tuned to see what I've been doing. Yeah, I don't normally eat this late. I normally have lunch around 12ish, and I will normally cook something or at least make a porridge, which I'm sure you will see at some point this week. But because I'm so hungry and I just want to eat something quick, I'm having toast. Picked up some bread yesterday, just soft white farmhouse. I'm going to open a brand new peanut butter, which is so exciting. Money Life is the best peanut butter if you haven't had it already. G really likes this one, the deep roast crunchy, but my favorite is the normal crunchy, but we're are very low on that now. So I'm going to finish this, open the new one, and I'm going to top it with a banana. This is huge. So I think this will be quite an affordable lunch. Oh my god, I'm getting this peanut butter everywhere. This is lunch for today. So for dinner this evening we are having one of our gustos. We're going to go for the salmon broccoli tray bake. Super easy, just chuck it all in a tray. I am making some dressing though for the salmon with garlic paste. I always get very excited about using one of these. This is actually for margaritas, but we haven't made a margarita in a while. Eat.
I can believe my year's subscription to this is almost up.
No way! It's been that long. You're gonna resubscribe?
Undecided. Can you tell?
No.
No, me.
Cat boy.
Me.
Shit. Oh, that's way too much salt. What am I doing? Hey Siri! Put a timer on for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Here we have my tray bake. Potatoes, brock, salmon. Let's serve up. Favourite utensil is of course the trusty tongue. I haven't tested that this is cooked. Shit. No one would ever know. Wall of broccoli. You've got to make an effort with your appearance sometimes on the plate. These potatoes look nicely done, don't they?
You'd be great with your own cooking show.
Do you reckon? I would love that one day. Serve it all up just like this, bish bash bosh. This is your one, it's a bit broke. Bon appetit!
That could be your catchphrase. This one's yours, it's a bit broke.
Well, that doesn't look too bad, does it? And this serving comes out at £4 something. Ding!
How many calories?
Oh, this is one of your 5 a day, not good that. 459 calories, 20 grams of fat, 44 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fibre, 29 grams of protein, and 0.3 grams of salt. And what I added on top. Okay, let's go eat. I'm gonna eat it in the garden so we feel like we're having a meal out, but we're not. This is making me realise how much I like salmon. I used to like salmon when we made it. It is Monday evening and I've just looked at my emails and seen that I've been charged £6 from Sky, and that is for our Now TV subscription. I can't remember, I think it's £6 a month. I can't quite remember, but highly recommend Now TV. It's got some of my all-time favourite shows on. We're currently watching The Last of Us, which is one of my favourite video games now in a series. Series 2 is out and it's honestly absolutely incredible. Also Game of Thrones, Succession, Sopranos. Oh, there's so much good telly on Now TV. I really recommend it. The only real thing that I've actually purchased today, I think, without even realising it, but I will see you tomorrow for day 2.
Yeah, how much are they at the moment? That's not bad.
Today is Tuesday and for lunch, it's kind of a cheats lunch again. I should have planned some better, nicer, healthier lunches to show you guys this week, but I bought this for our cat sitter who cat sat last weekend and she didn't eat it. So G and I are going to share it for lunch today. It's a goat's cheese and red onion kind of like ravioli from Waitrose. I can't remember how much this was, but I'll put it on screen. Yeah, we're just going to share this probably just with a drizzle of olive oil. We haven't got any sauce to have with it, but I don't want it going to waste. And I feel like I have had this one before and it was so delicious. So I'm just going to cook this now. Also, the good thing about ravioli is it is so quick to make. Again, perfect for a working lunch. I'm just sat at my desk editing all day today, so it's super boring. But I am going out to my trapeze class later, which I'll bring you along to. I've just popped one of them. 3 minutes. Rightio, let's divide this into 2 portions. I'm not the best pasta cooker. I always cook it to, like, G's really good at cooking it al dente and I always overcook my pasta. Which is weird because I'm normally quite impatient when it comes to cooking.
Your cooking show? That one's broken.
That one is actually broken.
That one's broken, you can have that.
Wow, look at this amazing, delicious, healthy lunch. Surrounded by lots of yarn. Guys, I did a yarn dyeing, my first yarn. Oh my god, I can't talk. I dyed yarn yesterday for the first time and I had so much fun and I filmed a whole video on it. So if you want to see more, stay tuned to this channel. Be sure to subscribe. I'm not including that in my what I spent in a week because I purchased everything for it in the past. I just had a delivery of oat milk. So this is like, I've only got 2 Amazon subscriptions. Does that make sense? Like I'm only subscribed to purchase 2 things on Amazon. One is oat milk and one is cat food. And I think I've got this set to come once a month. Yeah, every month I pay £13.20 for 6 cartons of oat milk. Saying that, I only got charged £12.54 for this one. Maybe it's come down in price since I subscribed. So yeah, I paid for that yesterday apparently. It's another thing that just comes out. Oat milk is like my favourite milk. I don't drink dairy because it gives me really bad acne. It's easier than just like having to go to the supermarket and lug it all back every time. I do recommend Amazon for that. I'm just making a cup of tea. In fact, I'm going to have one of these little Nescafe sachets. I can't remember what flavour this is. I'm really hoping it's the Kit Kat one. Yeah, it is! Kit Kat. Oh, this is my last one. So I'm gonna have to repurchase another box of these Kit Kat Nescafe lattes at some point this week because they are my favourites. Oh, it smells like a Kit Kat and it tastes like a malty biscuit coffee latte. And I normally wait until 3 o'clock to have one of these as a bit of an afternoon pick-me-up, but PMSy today and I just want a little treat now. G's gonna have a Lady Grey. So every Tuesday I go out for a gym class. I call it a gym class, it's not really. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that for the last 10 years or so I've been doing static trapeze. So it's like aerial arts and I'm one of those people that hates the gym, hates exercise. I really dislike it unless it's fun. And I love aerial because it's fun and it's pretty and you learn nice moves, but it keeps me really damn strong. So I go every Tuesday. I'm just making some toast before I go. This is my second piece. I'm ravenous today. Oh my god, I hope you all don't judge me on how bad my diet is so far this week. I feel like I've had hardly any vegetables. I have had some grapes today. Right, I'm going for butter and Marmite because that's the kind of mood I'm in. So I go to a place called the National Centre for Circus Arts, which is in Shoreditch. Class is just under 2 hours long and I pay for it like quarterly. The year is split into 3 terms and each term I think costs around £300, so it's not the cheapest, but if you split that up into like classes, I think it works out to be around £20 to £25 per class, which I think is kind of average for what you pay for quite a niche gym class in London. It's absolutely worth it for me because it keeps me fit and strong, and I've met some of my closest mates through doing trapeze, so it's not really an expense that I want to give up. I get the train there, so I'll have to pay for my train fare, and I also have a little bit of errand running to do, so maybe we'll leave slightly earlier to go and do that. So errand running, I needed to go to the post office to buy some cards. Someone I know has just had a baby and I've made a little baby hat, so I wanted to get a card for them. And then it was time to jump on the train to Shoreditch. So the train cost me around £3, and from Shoreditch I used to get a bus, but for the past year I've been walking the 15-20 minutes to my class instead, which saves me money and is more exercise as well. Yeah, at the class I get to see all of my friends, I get to practice some pretty moves, and I get to be really strong, which is always so great. my way home from my circus class, and G's just informed me that he is cooking the dal curry for dinner, so I'm gonna pop to the shops and get some poppadoms. I love co-op poppadoms. I might also get some fruit because I feel like I'm very aware that I haven't eaten very much fruit recently.
Scan an item or touch the screen to start. Click. Please follow the instructions on the chip and please.
Here he is, cooking me dinner. This looks and smells so good. Where is my main man? There he is. Hi Maurice. You didn't greet me today. Hi Tuna boy. I am booking cinema tickets for Friday. I really want to watch a film called The Sinner or Sinners. Everyone's been talking about it since it came out, so we're going to try out our new local cinema, and the tickets are so cheap, £7.95 per ticket. I feel like it's a right bargain, so I'm booking these. £17.40. Booking. Cool, complete. Cinema on Friday. High five. So it's Wednesday, and this is where the week is gonna start to get spenny. This is like an extraordinary week in our year. So it's our wedding anniversary today. 3 years married today. Because it is our wedding anniversary, we have got a couple of little celebratory meals this week. We've got dinner this evening. We're going out for brunch on Saturday, and we're trying out a restaurant that we've really wanted to go to on Sunday, so we've got a lot to look forward to. This isn't a regular occurrence. We do like to go out for dinner like once a week, once or twice a week, depending on what's going on. I think these ones will be a little bit fancier than usual. Nothing's like super fancy, but they will be a little bit more extravagant than we usually would go to. So before then though, I am traveling all the way to Chiswick today for a meeting with my management team. We're going to have a little strategy session, and I've been signed to them for 1.5 years, but I've never been to their office yet, so gonna head there. But first I need to go to the post office. I've got a return to send, and I've made my old manager a little baby hat. She just had a baby, so I want to go and post that as well. So I need to pay for these and pay to get to Chiswick. I'm going to take a banana with me because I haven't had time to eat yet today. Join me on a day out in London. It's like 25 degrees today. I'm so excited. I've just taken a hay fever pill because I know my hay fever is going to kick in. Let's get going. Card please. This one tracked as well please. How much is that? It's a bit heavier. Yeah, that'll be fine, thank you. Grabbed a coffee from my favourite bakery. Such a nice lunch with my manager. We went to a place called 197 I think, which is in like an old fire station, and I had some lovely sweet corn fritters and a crodino. Look how nice this blossom is. Yeah, I didn't have to spend anything because my managers very kindly covered it, but we had a nice strategy session, brainstorm of some content ideas which I'm really excited about implementing and making for you guys. So yeah, I'm just going to head back home now and feed Maurice before I head out again to meet G for our anniversary date night. I can't believe how hot it is today as well. Proper feels like summer. This is my first time wearing sandals out of the house this year, and linen trousers, which feels like a right treat. Okay, I am home. I've had a quick freshen up and I'm heading back out to meet G. So for our anniversary dinner, I am wearing this boob tube that I got from Next. When did I get this? Last year, the year before? I absolutely love it. It's kind of like crinkle cut and silky and navy. I've teamed it with some smart blue trousers. These are very old from Zara. A linen shirt from Uniqlo, which again is very old, and sandals that I've had for about 10 years. I haven't worn them in a while, and today seems like the perfect occasion. I'm a little bit worried that they're going to kill my feet, so I might actually take a tote bag with some flats in, just because I'm planning to walk to Shoreditch from Liverpool Street. Oh, I've got such bad period pains. I'm in a mare, I'm having a mare. So I jumped on the train to Liverpool Street and met up with G, and we decided to go to a rooftop bar for a pre-drink. We went to the Courthouse Hotel in Shoreditch, which has an amazing rooftop bar with the best view of London, so I had a Negroni. And then we walked to our restaurant, which was called Manteca. And the reason that I wanted to go here for our anniversary is because whenever I walk past it, there is a massive queue outside this restaurant, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. The pasta was amazing. Everything else, I could give or take. The beef tartare was a must order though. And yeah, we had a lovely, lovely dinner, 3-course meal. And because it was our anniversary, the staff also bought us out a little shop to enjoy it as well. So it came to around £153 in total, and we put this on our joint account. So technically, I guess we'd split this in half. For a 3-course meal with wine and loads of sides, I think this is alright value for London. Once home, downed loads of water because I'd had quite a bit of wine, made us both a peppermint tea, which we enjoyed in bed. Today is Thursday and I was going to pop out and get some ingredients for lunch today, but I'm just stuck at my desk doing my VAT return and it's driving me mad, so mad that I've given myself a headache. So I just want to eat something really comforting at home for lunch, so I'm gonna make a porridge. I've started making my porridge slightly differently recently, and that is, so my trick is to grate an apple into your porridge. It just adds obviously more fruit and it's nice and creamy, and I just really like doing that, and it also goes well with some cinnamon sprinkled in there. So I'm gonna grate my apple into my pot. This takes a while, so I'll probably pause the camera for a sec. There we go, that is all grated. And then I'm just gonna add my porridge and some milk and water. I like to do a bit of a mix. I just spoke to G on his lunch break and he asked if I want to join him and his mate in Borough Market for a little bit of a drink after work. Normally I would be up for that, but because I've got this headache and because I feel like I've been out 2 days in a row with Circus and our date night last night, politely declined. I'll let the boys get on with it themselves. They don't need me there. Yeah, my head is so annoying, I might have to take some paracetamol. Also, being like stuck in front of a spreadsheet looking at VAT and receipts is also just made me want to not spend any more money today. I'm gonna add 2 Oatly and then 2 waters, 2 scoops. I might actually add another water. Oh. I'm gonna heat this up on the stove now. So how beautiful are these amazing flowers that she got me for our anniversary yesterday? I think I need to like rearrange them a bit because you can't really see how beautiful they are back there. I'm also gonna add some salt into this and some honey. I think I need some more honey, this is a bit dry. Because my honey's so dry, I'm just gonna add some agave syrup. Lovely jubbly. This looks like loads. I think I accidentally did too much. I purposely stopped cooking it when it's still a bit liquidy because it always thickens up and it gets really stodgy. I'm gonna add a banana. I know. Maurice wants to go outside, so I think we're gonna eat this in the garden today. I'm gonna add some grapes because we've got these lovely big juicy ones. Are grapes gonna go or should I just have these on the side? I might just have my grapes on the side. And then I've got this Amiga seed mix that I'm going to sprinkle on top. Oh, I normally add chia seeds into this, but I forgot to do that today. I know, Maurice. Ew, I feel like some nuts would go great on this, but I don't think we've got any. Yeah, we don't have any nuts, but this is huge. This will do nicely. You want to go out then? Here he comes. Where is he? Come on then. You silly boy. On Friday morning, I jumped on the Peloton. So the Peloton is the only other kind of fitness thing that I pay for monthly. So I pay £24 a month for the Peloton app. We did purchase the bike, but we purchased it so long ago that we've paid it off in full now. So we're just paying for the use of the app. And that basically allows me to have any spin classes I want, but it also has fitness, meditation, Pilates, yoga. So basically £24 for any kind of online class. And I love the classes. I find them really motivating. And I try and do at least 2 or 3 20-minute spin classes a week with a couple of strength stuff on the Peloton app added in as and when. For me, I feel like this is great value. Like, my local gym is £80 a month and it's tiny. So for me, this just works out way better because it means I can be lazy and just work out from home. Just making lunch. We're making our last Gusto dinner as a lunch today because we're going to the cinema tonight. And we're thinking about maybe going to get some food beforehand. Probably something quite basic like a pizza or a Nando's. I don't know what I fancy tonight. I'm not sure I fancy pizza, but that's because I'm not...
What about seeing if one of those restaurants in the villages are free?
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Bistro or the pub?
Oh, I don't know if I fancy anything heavy. I feel like I'm just fancying something light. We'll see, we've got time to decide. But otherwise today I'm just working from the dining room table, and I feel like I'm on MasterChef Professionals right now. Look at that. It's like the inside of a ravioli.
Yeah, I'm going to make one massive ravioli. It's alright, that?
We've got some grains heating up. It's going to be spicy. Eating outside again, guys. Who do we think we are? Over lunch, I also made an Amazon purchase for a couple of hanging baskets. I paid $14.95 for 2 hanging baskets. I have loads of trawling tomato plants that really need planting, and I thought a hanging basket would be a really lovely way to do that. So I'm really excited for those to arrive. I think someone's trying to tell me something. We've come to Co-op to get some essentials.
Do we need
toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Yeah, and I need pads. And we need some cleaning products. Why would it be? Okay, well this is a haul like you've never seen one of my vlogs before, because why would I show this? It's so unglamorous. But yeah, we popped out for coffee and popped out to get some bits that we needed. Had 65p bargain, toothpaste, men's deodorant, and some sink unblocker. We got one for downstairs and then we got one for upstairs. Then I also got dishwasher salt and some bicarb, like cleaning bicarb. You can sprinkle this into your shoes and they'll stop smelling, apparently.
My shoes don't smell.
Mine do. Or you can add a small cup to laundry and it will make your clothes cleaner and brighter.
Wayo!
Wayo! G very kindly got us a coffee as well. So I've got an oat milk latte from my favourite bakery, which I'm very chuffed about. I'm gonna sit back at my desk, my kitchen desk now, and keep on working. We have just walked to Walthamstow and we are going for a quick spot of dinner before we go to the cinema. If we can get a table, I think it's going to be quite busy here, but we're going to try out a pizza place called Sodo. I've seen loads of people talking about Sodo on Top Jaw as one of the best pizza places in London. So we had 2 pizzas, a Negroni, a beer and a side, and it came to £60. I had a pizza called the Wicker Man, which was like honey and burrata and pepperoni, and it was so good. I would recommend this pizza place. That pizza was so good. How good was that pizza? He's eating his ice cream. I had pepperoni, mozzarella, honey and andouille pizza. It was so great. We also had some pickled cucumber with tahini and some garlic mayo dip. Now we're at the cinema, about to watch Sinners, and I've got some treats and a water. And I'm very excited. This is the first time I've been to the cinema since we saw Nosferatu in January. It's been quite a while. Quite a long time, so I'm quite excited about this. Today is Saturday. We are going out for breakfast this morning, but we're going somewhere quite fancy that has been on our list for so long. It's a place called Fallow in Piccadilly, and it keeps getting mentioned on Top Jaw. And Top Jaw, if you don't follow them and you like food and London restaurants, you should do. They make loads of content about like celebrities and chefs, what are their favourite restaurants in London, and Fallow keeps getting mentioned all the time for breakfast. So we're going. I'm so excited. The menu sounds unreal, and this is kind of like an extension of our anniversary. I'm really looking forward to exploring a new restaurant. This camera, I'm using a really old camera because I broke my vlogging camera at the start of the week, and I just feel like the colours on this are so washed out. Like, I don't think I look that pale in real life. Then G is heading off to a friend's barbecue. I was invited, but I really feel like I'd quite like to be a bit of a homebody today and just get some knitting done. Maybe it's that time of the month. I'm just feeling like I want to snuggle up at home in my pyjamas and not be very sociable. So I'm going to head back here after our breakfast. I am thinking of maybe popping into the Lindt store on the way home because I still haven't been to their new store in Piccadilly. I thought we could check it out together. It will be hard not to buy some chocolate, but we shall see. And then for my outfit today, I am wearing this little strappy top from Zara with a sheer top on top. This is from Arquette. I've got my linen trousers on again, which I'm just so happy it's warm enough to wear them again. I love these trousers. I wish I could have got them in a couple more colours, but they don't do them at Next anymore, sadly. And I've got my Birkenstocks on again, which again, I'm just very happy that the weather's finally nice enough to wear. Me and Maurice, we're gonna have a day in today, aren't we, after breakfast? You good boy. After breakfast, I said goodbye to G and had a little bit of a shop. Look at the price of this ring I found. What the actual hell? Who has that type of money to spend on a ring like that? I did pop into the Lindt store in Piccadilly and had a good old browse. It really isn't as big as I thought it would be in there, but I did see my 2 favourite Lindt balls, which are these ones, and they had loads of the Lindt Dubai chocolate in store. This is also my favourite hazelnut go-to bar. I did make a little purchase. And then I popped over to Boots. There were a couple of things that I was running low on toiletry wise, so I picked up some of my favourite deodorants. I actually stocked up this time, so I'll show you what I got when I get home. I always feel so lucky to live in London. Like, there isn't a day where I take it for granted, even if it is super expensive. I love it so much. So I did some knitting on the train home, my favourite free kind of crafty activity, and I also popped to the shops to pick up some vegetables because I was craving them. Okay, I am home. Had such a delicious breakfast. Oh my god, Fallow is like the dirtiest breakfast you can imagine. And when I was eating it, I was like, oh my god, I could totally come here again. But after I finished my meal, I was like, oh, this is like once or twice a year thing max, because it felt quite dirty. It was a dirty breakfast, but so delicious. I'm actually a little bit gutted because on the way to the station we passed this like bin, and someone was getting rid of these beautiful like terracotta plant pots, and I was like, oh my god, they would do so nice for those tomato plants that I was telling you about yesterday. And so I went a different way home so I could pass those bins again to see if I could like take one home with me, get a little bit of a free home item that someone was just getting rid of, but someone had taken them. I was so sad. They were so beautiful. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out, and maybe even look on Facebook Marketplace to see if I can find what I need for a lot cheaper than buying it new. I guess people are always getting rid of plant pots and stuff, so yeah, I might have a little browse on Facebook Marketplace today. But I did pop into a couple of places on my way home. You might have spotted that I went to Boots, and that's purely because I haven't got any deodorant. Like, there is a couple of deodorants I absolutely love, and I run out and haven't used them for months because I've been too lazy to pop into a chemist and actually pick them up. So I stocked up. I got this Sure Maximum Protection. I've honestly been using this for about 15 years. Has it been that long? Oh no, maybe about 10 years. I think I started using this in like 2015. And it is amazing. I always go back to it. It just stops me sweating, full stop. And then recently I've been loving the Mitchum one as well. So I really like a roll-on rather than a spray. So I stocked up on those. I picked up a brown liquid eyeliner purely because I don't have one, and I've been doing a lot of like brown eyeliner with eye pencils, but I wanted like a liquid one. This one is from 17 and it was like £3, which was so cheap in comparison to all the other brands, which were like £8. And I also picked up one of my favourite SPFs for my face. This is because we're going on holiday soon, and I thought I'd get it early because I feel like airport prices are so high in comparison to normal chemist prices. So I got my Garnier Over Makeup Mist. It's SPF 50, and it's so good if you wear makeup because you can just apply it like it's like a spray that you apply it over your makeup throughout the day. So if you're really paranoid about getting burnt or aging faster and you want to protect your face and you wear makeup, this is perfect. So it was buy one get one free, so I got two. This was £14 something, so divided by 2, I thought that was a bit more of a bargain. Very happy with my purchases. I did also pick up the Lindt Dubai chocolate. £10 this was. I spent quite a lot of money today, but I've seen so many people talking about this. Dubai chocolate is all the rage, and I still haven't tried any Dubai chocolate, so I'm not going to have anything to compare this to, but I'm really looking forward to trying it. I'll probably crack that open tonight when Jude gets home. He's gone off to his friend's barbecue now. And then I also popped into Co-op on my way home to get some stuff for dinner this weekend. So I think tonight I'm craving vegetables. I feel like I haven't eaten very well this week at all. So they hardly had anything in the local shop, and I really fancied corn on the cob but couldn't find any. But I did get broccoli and Brussels sprouts, my fave, and I got carrots and hummus. So I'm thinking if I do get hungry later, I'm going to have some roasted Brussels sprouts and some broccoli, maybe some carrot and hummus, just like literally a bowl of vegetables. And then for dinner tomorrow night, one of our favourite cheat dinners. This is like if we don't want to cook, but we want something really delicious. Some fried chicken with some mini wraps and some lettuce, so like a chicken wrap basically. That is everything. So yeah, I've got like 7 hours to myself at home. What a treat. I think I'm going to put some washing on because adulting, and then I think I want to play some video games. I want to do some knitting. I want to go and sit in the garden. I could play Disney Dreamlight Valley in the garden with a cup of tea. That might be nice, but first I think I'm going to do some knitting. So tell me you watch Sinners without telling me you watch Sinners. I'm going to spend today listening to the soundtrack because, oh my god, it was incredible. My 2 hanging baskets arrived, and oh my god, they're so big. I did not realise how big they were going to be. I thought they were going to be too small. They are huge. I actually think I can fit 2 tomato plants in each of these. So I might plant these up tomorrow. But I am going to go and water the garden now because it's been so hot this week and everything needs a bit of a drink. Oh my god, you guys, have you ever seen such a girl dinner? I've literally got a bowl of Brussels sprouts covered in balsamic vinegar and honey and some very burnt broccoli. I'm gonna eat this now whilst I watch the new series of You and whilst I try and untangle this massive mess of yarn. I kicked off Sunday with another Peloton workout. This time I did kind of ab and strength at home along with some of my own kind of planking work just to build up my arm strength for trapeze later in the week. I always get interrupted by Maurice when I'm doing yoga or Pilates or a workout. It's always such a joy. And then we got ready and headed out because this was the final bit of our wedding anniversary celebrations. We had a really nice lunch planned, so I got us a coffee at our local coffee shop to go. I thought I'd go to the library today to see if they've got any books on knitting because I really want to write my own knitting pattern and I'm finding it quite difficult, and I thought why not take advantage of this library that London Council provides us, so we're gonna go and check it out. So I use a couple of apps called Libby and BorrowBox to listen to audiobooks for free. They link up with your local library so you can borrow audiobooks, but I never actually go into the physical library. Such a nice to visit the community hub, and I found loads of books that I actually think would be really helpful, so I'm going to pop back and pick up some of these and borrow them for a couple of weeks, which I'm really excited about. We popped on the train to Liverpool Street and then headed on a bus. I absolutely love a bus, especially this bus route to London Bridge, which is so beautiful. And we popped to Borough Market to pick up some nice dinner bits for the week. So we picked up a box of mackerel. I can't wait to show you what we picked up. These are so delicious. And we also treated ourselves to some cheese and bread. And yeah, Borough Market shopping is so expensive, but one of my absolute favourite things, especially if you're having like a picky dinner kind of meal at home. Also, the best thing about shopping in Borough Market is obviously you can sample some of the produce, so we got to try some of the cheeses before we bought them. So for our final anniversary celebration, we went to a restaurant called Omar. It is a Greek restaurant. We love Greek food, so we had a little mini Negroni. Now this dish is the reason we actually went. It's a deconstructed spanakopita. Absolutely amazing, and in total the meal came to £96.08, which we split and put on our joint account. No, I do. It's just we have just got home from a day out in Borough Market, which was so nice. That was like the finale to our anniversary, wedding anniversary, and that was a restaurant called Omar, which we'd been it's been on our list for quite a while because they do a deconstructed spanakopita, which was a dish that I don't think I'd even had it before last year, but fell in love with when we went on holiday to Paxos. So cheesy, so rich, but that restaurant was so nice. If you like Greek food, I really recommend it. Great location in Borough Market. I really recommend the lamb belly with like hummus and pomegranate. That was really delicious. Beforehand, we did do a little bit of shopping for dinner because it's bank holiday tomorrow, so we picked up some bits and we definitely went a little bit overboard. Again, like I said earlier in the vlog, this isn't like a usual week for us. We don't normally go out quite so much, but yeah, I'm so excited to share what we picked up from Borough Market. So they have a tin fish market stall in Borough Market, which is kind of new. I think it's been there maybe 6 months or so. They have just such a great selection of tin fish, including some really nice tins of mackerel, which is my personal fave, and some delicious anchovies. So we picked up our favourite anchovies. These are kind of spenny, but I think you definitely pay for quality and you pay for like sustainability when it comes to shopping for tinned fish. You want to make sure that they're shopped sustainably and don't harm the dolphins and all that. So these are the anchovies we picked up, and we just have these on like fried bread. Drizzle some olive oil on some sourdough, put it in the griddle pan, and then we just put this on it, and it is so good. They are so delicious, so like juicy anchovies. Oh, they're in like a vinegar as well, which probably makes them Also so good. And then we picked up a little box that we made. I absolutely love this box. Look, it's got all the beautiful tin fish on it. And we picked up one that we've had before and two that we haven't had before. So this one is great. This is horse mackerel. I think it's in a lemon sauce. Papa Answer. Again, delicious on toast. We got this one. This is a lemon mackerel fillet. I haven't had this before, but it looks so great. Have you tried any of these? Do let me know. And we got some tuna fillets with pepper. So it's not in a tomato sauce, but I do think it also has pepper in. And again, we've never tried this, so really looking forward to giving all of those a go. This was quite an expensive purchase. I think I paid like £27 for 3 tins of fish, but again, super healthy, super delicious, and I think these will last us quite a while. We only open up a tin or two when we're having a tin fish date night. And then we also picked up some cheese, which G kindly purchased. Got a Compti. We picked up this cheese, I can't remember the name of it. Made on an island where no people live. It's just a cow island. It's an island of cows. And so like whatever they are eating in their soil just makes the cheese taste so delicious. And like he gave us a bit to try. That's the great thing about Borough Market. You can go and like try loads of samples if you just ask. And he said it's got like a pineapple, like a sweet pineapple, tinned pineapple flavour to it. And that is so true. It's like sweet pineapple-y cheese, which sounds rank, but it's actually really good. From Bread Ahead, we just got a small white sourdough loaf for £3. So that is going to serve us for bank holiday tomorrow. We're going to eat very, very well. And yeah, so now we are going to, well, firstly I'm going to change into my pyjamas, then we're going to pull the duvet onto the sofa, which is one of my all-time favourite things to do, is to get the duvet and snuggle up on the sofa with it. And we're gonna watch a film tonight. Oh, so that might be a purchase later. Depending on what we decide to watch, we might need to rent it on TV, but I'll keep you updated. But yeah, it's 6 o'clock and I just want to chill. I just want to chill the hell out. Okay, we have settled on a film. We're gonna watch A Complete Unknown, starring Timothy Chalamet. Have you seen it? What did you think? It's up for rent on Amazon Prime, but it is free on Disney Channel, which we also are subscribing to. So we're going to watch it for free on that. And we've got the cat on our lap. I've got the duvet. And I thought we could try some of this Dubai chocolate. £10 Dubai chocolate from Lynn. I know, it's really expensive, but I have such high hopes. Looks like this. I've never tried Dubai chocolate, have you?
It's only like a new thing, isn't it? It's just got pistachio in it or something.
No, but it's not just pistachio. I think it's like crunchy paste. Maurice is very interested too. Paste. But it's kind of hard. It's been in the fridge, so talking to Chalamet, we haven't watched the Willy Wonka with him in it yet, have we?
I wish it was called the Wonk.
The Wonk. No, you got to eat it. I don't think I could have more than one at a time because it is quite a big block. Pistachio isn't my favourite flavour. Pretty good texture wise. We've got really nothing to compare it to. Is it worth £10? Probably not.
Would that make the original film Charlie and the Wonk?
Charlie and the Wonk. Right, we're gonna watch this now. Okay, breakdown for the week. I spent £76.95 on groceries. That was basically for all my lunches and dinners over the week. Restaurants came to £214.80, which is way more than it normally would, but as I said throughout the vlog, this week was a special occasion. I'm slightly embarrassed about how high this score is, but it does include kind of coffees out and our anniversary celebrations. On toiletries, I spent £26.25. Normally I go weeks without buying anything like this. Travel was £37.50 for getting around London. Entertainment, £29. Fitness was £31. I pay for these quarterly or month, so I've just divided it by rough usage. Other came to £60.90, and in this I've just put cleaning products and those hanging baskets along with some other bits and bobs that don't fit into the above categories. So altogether I spent £476.40. But let me know if you would like me to do another week where I'm not going out so much, more of a realistic week in my life in London. I think that would be really helpful, maybe to include also bills and home prices in there. Do let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see it again. Lots of love. Bye.